Greetings, everyone. I want to talk with you today about the upcoming total lunar eclipse on May 16th. A lunar eclipse is a time when we're called into deeper emotional awareness or insight about something that may have been in the shadows, something that we need to face, that we need to work through. And the universe is calling us to pay attention, to bring that into awareness for our own growth and healing and evolution. So what is this lunar eclipse about? What is it trying to guide us to see, to face, to work through in our own lives, individually and collectively? This lunar eclipse will happen when the full moon is at 25 degrees of Scorpio, opposite the sun at 25 degrees of Taurus. And the lunar eclipse will be in aspect to Pluto, Neptune, and Saturn. In that it's in the sign of Scorpio and in aspect to these powerful planets, it is telling us that this lunar eclipse is a time to dive deep, to be willing to face some of the aspects of yourself that may be buried deep within you or hidden in the shadows. That it's a profound time for transformation. And it may be a time that brings up a lot of feelings and emotions for many of us. Allow that to be Neptune. Allow those feelings to come like waves of the ocean flowing through you, allowing you to be more aware of what is needing to come to the surface for your own healing and growth. But let's dive deeper into the meaning of this eclipse by looking at exactly where in the sky this eclipse will take place. At the time of the eclipse, the full moon will actually be in the stars of Libra, directly between the scales of Libra. What does this mean? Remember that the deepest archetypal meaning of Libra is that ancient Egyptian goddess Ma'at. Ma'at was actually, for the ancient Egyptians, symbolic of the balance, harmony, truth, justice, the energy that moves through the cosmos, holding things in right order, right balance. Ma'at was seen as the soul, the heart of the cosmos. And individually and collectively, the ancient Egyptians really committed to living by Ma'at, in Ma'at, for Ma'at. What does that mean? Well, there were 42 principles that were related to her energies of harmony and balance and order. These principles were about how we are in right relationship with ourselves, how we are in right relationship with each other, how we are in right relationship with the natural environment. It was really about living from a place of truth and justice and balance. The pharaohs were committed to living in Ma'at, by Ma'at, and allowing their laws and their ways of governing to be in balance so that the culture was in balance and the people were in right relationship with each other and with the earth. And if things got out of balance, or the pharaoh was making decisions that were out of balance with that order and harmony of the cosmos that she represents, then storms would come or cultural chaos would result. Look at our world today and the intensity of the storms that we're experiencing and the level of chaos, violence, destruction that's rampant in our global community. Clearly, this eclipse is saying, people, you are out of balance. come back into the harmony of the cosmos. When we live in that balance and harmony, then everything is in right relationship. There are enough resources on this planet for all of us. We have the capacity to relate to each other from a place of justice and compassion and respect and harmony. This eclipse is calling us collectively to look at how out of balance we are, and that we have the capacity to remember Ma'at and that sense of justice and balance and harmony that moves through the cosmos. We experience it when we spend time in nature. That sense that everything is in its right order, right place, interconnected with each other, creating this harmonic balance. And individually, this eclipse is calling us to look at what's out of balance in our own lives. One of the most profound stories in ancient Egypt of Ma'at is that she wears the ostrich feather, symbol of truth, and would stand at the entryway to the underworld at the time of death. And the person who had died would stand before her and indicate whether they had lived in alignment with her principles in their lifetime. And she would take their heart and put it on the scale, on one side of the scale. On the other side of the scale was her feather. And she would see if your heart was as light as the feather. If it was, then you would journey into eternal life. If your heart was heavier than the feather, then clearly you had lived in some way out of balance, out of harmony, and needed to go back into your next lifetime to continue to heal, work that through, evolve, and grow. So the person standing before her at the time of death would say to her, "Make my heart light," and describe whether they had lived in balance and harmony or not. Think about where you are in your own process now. Where is your heart heavy? What is out of balance in your life that needs to change? This eclipse is helping you dive deep into your own inner knowing, dive deep into your own heart to face what is out of balance in your life. Where are you not acting in right relationship with yourself? Where are you harming yourself with your actions or your thoughts or your decisions or in your dynamics in relationship? Where are you out of balance in how you interact with others, in ways that you may be hurtful to others or disrespectful to others or exploiting others? Where are you out of balance in your relationship with the earth, misusing natural resources or disregarding the energies of the life around you? We are being called individually and collectively to hear the voice of Ma'at, that great mother of the cosmos, the heart and soul of all that is, to come back into balance, to come back into truth. And how do we know truth in this time where we're so bombarded by information, misinformation, disinformation? We know the truth by getting out of our minds and coming back to the heart. There's a spiritual teacher that has said, you will know the truth because when you speak the truth or hear the truth, you feel it in your heart and you feel yourself expand with that rightness. It is about hearing the harmonics of the cosmos, what is in right balance, what is in right relationship. When we get caught up in misinformation or lies, we get caught in our minds and we're trying to work it out, figure it out, and it pulls us out of our hearts and into our brains. So come back to your heart. Be in your heart at this time of the eclipse. Practice the heart math meditation process where you breathe in and out through the heart. I love to breathe in and out to the count of 6. 6 being the number of life and love. Breathe in through the heart and hold with gratitude your connection with the heart and soul of the cosmos, your connection with the great mother, Ma'at. Breathe that in. Breathe in her love, her truth, her balance and harmony, and breathe out what is out of balance in your life, what is making your heart heavy. Our hearts aren't heavy by what we feel in response to our lives or in empathy or compassion with others. We may feel grief, we may feel sadness, we may feel the level of disorder in our world and hold that with compassion or with grief. Honor that. The key is don't get mired in fear or anger or in those emotions that pull you down. Feel whatever you feel and then release it and come back to center. Come back to your heart. And look at those ways in which you are living in an out of balance way. Look at those ways in which your heart is heavy because you are out of right relationship with yourself or others or the earth. We can't change the world, but we can change ourselves. And if enough of us are in alignment and are living from the heart in truth, in balance, in harmony, then we can, in fact, change the world, because that will get seeded in the collective consciousness and transform the energies on the planet. So we have that responsibility individually to come back into balance and harmony, to live by Ma'at, in Ma'at, for Ma'at. The principles of Ma'at, the 42 principles, were the foundation for the Hebrews 10 commandments. But one of the things that I think is fascinating about these principles of balance and order that she represents is that you were taking responsibility for your choices. I have chosen not to trample the fields of the earth or act in harmful ways to others, versus thou shalt not. Part of the power of living in that relationship with Ma'at, the harmony of the cosmos, the heart and soul of the divine, is that we take responsibility for our own actions and choices. We can't blame someone else or something else. We choose to live in balance and harmony and in truth, or not. So, at the time of this lunar eclipse, take time to meditate. Allow yourself to dive deep into your own emotions, your own inner process, to really see where are those places you're blocked, where are those ways in which you're out of balance in your life. What is it you are needing to release and clear and heal to come back into balance and harmony and truth? Where is it that you're not living from your heart, but instead from your mind? How is it that you're caught in these out of balance dynamics on the planet in this time? Are you caught up in fear, in turmoil, in anxiety, in anger and reactivity? If so, at the time of this lunar eclipse, release that. Breathe in and out through the heart. Remember that we are held in these energies of the cosmos that are guiding us back into balance, into truth, into harmony, so that we can be a part of the harmony of the spheres. This is what we are being guided to move into as we move into this age of Aquarius. So come back to your heart and make choices that are allowing you to live in balance and harmony. And as we experience this lunar eclipse, the next day, the moon will move out of those stars of Libra into conjunction with Antares, the heart of the Scorpion. Those stars are about being in a time of transformation. Antares is about diving deep, being willing to move through that cauldron of alchemy into new ways of being. And I love that the stars of Scorpius, are beneath the great healer Ophiuchus, who is integrating the energies of the sacred masculine and the sacred feminine. He is the great healer holding the serpent, the symbol of the divine feminine, guiding us through these times of intense transition and transformation to move through it in a way that can be healing for us and allow us to emerge in new ways, transformed and empowered. This is a profound lunar eclipse. Allow yourself to make your heart light, to live by Ma'at, in Ma'at, for Ma'at, to align yourself with her feather, her symbol of truth, to remember that we can be a part of the harmony of the spheres. May we support each other in this profound time and open our hearts to the heart and soul of the cosmos. And remember that we are all interconnected. And as we heal and transform, we support each other in healing and transforming and in creating a new earth. Blessed be.